What if your boss didn't just pay your salary, but also owned your house, your school, your grocery store, and the entire town you lived in? Because that's exactly what Elon Musk is quietly building in Texas. Hidden behind shell companies and code names, Musk has bought up thousands of acres of farmland just outside Austin. But this isn't just for another Tesla factory or rocket launch pad. This time, he's building a town, a real one. It's called Snailbrook, a so-called utopia where employees from SpaceX, Tesla, and the Boring Company can live, work, and raise their families, all on land Musk controls. Homes are cheap, streets are already named, a school is open, and yet almost no one outside of Texas knows it even exists. But once you see how deep this plan goes, you'll realize this isn't just a town. It might be Elon Musk's most ambitious project yet, and it's already changing the future of how people live. It started like something out of a spy novel. Over the span of just a few years, Elon Musk and his companies began quietly buying up land east of Austin, Texas. Not a few lots, thousands of acres. Some estimates say it's over 3,500. Others say closer to 6,000. And it wasn't under the name Tesla or SpaceX. It was done through shell companies with strange names, like Gapped Base LLC. Locals didn't know what was happening. Real estate deals were closed fast. Some sellers were told to sign non-disclosure agreements. And all around Bastrop County, farmland was vanishing, bought up by entities that didn't even list a public website. Eventually, it leaked. Elon Musk wasn't just buying land for factories. He was building a town, one where he sets the rules. And what came next would confirm it wasn't just talk. It was a full-scale blueprint for something far bigger. The name? Snailbrook. It sounds like something out of a cartoon, but it's real, and it's Musk's nod to the Boring Company's mascot, a snail meant to symbolize how fast he wants to tunnel through the earth. Snailbrook isn't a concept. It's already under construction. Right now, tucked along the Colorado River, a growing cluster of modular homes has appeared. There's a pool, a gym, outdoor courts, and space for dozens of employees to live just minutes from their jobs at Tesla, SpaceX, or the Boring Company. And behind the scenes, a massive expansion plan already in motion. Documents filed in Bastrop County refer to the next phase as Project Amazing, a plan to build 110 more homes. The filings weren't submitted by Elon himself, but by Gapped Bass LLC, the same shadowy company tied to Boring Company executives. The streets have names too: Cutterhead Crossing, Waterjet Way, Porpoise Place. All straight out of the Musk playbook, quirky, branded, and unmistakably engineered for one purpose: to build a world that Elon owns, from the dirt up. And for the people who live there, this was only the beginning. By mid-2023, Snailbrook had gone from rumor to reality. Satellite images confirmed what locals had started whispering about. Residential buildings were going up fast, right next to facilities for both SpaceX and the Boring Company. At least a dozen homes were already finished. And they weren't just empty shells. This was a full-blown company town taking shape. Employees living in Snailbrook could access a private gym, a tennis court, 2 pickleball courts, and a recreation center. There were even early plans for a grocery store, and all of it was walking distance from work. But the most shocking part? The price. Rent started at just $800 a month, less than half the average in the surrounding Austin area. It wasn't just a perk, it was a strategy. By offering low-cost housing with modern amenities, Musk could attract top talent to a remote region and keep them close to his companies 24/7. For some, it sounded like a dream, but there was one major catch coming next, and it would change the entire tone of the town. Snailbrook wasn't just about work and cheap rent. It was about building a complete ecosystem. In August 2024, the town's first school opened its doors, a private Montessori-style program known as Ad Astra. It started small, with just a handful of students, but the vision was much bigger. Plans called for a full K-12 curriculum, focused heavily on STEM, AI, and even space tech, all tailored to the children of employees. There were rumors of a future college, maybe even a research institute tied to Musk's other ventures. To some, this looked like a modern-day Silicon Valley utopia: smart housing, education, work, and leisure all in one walkable community. But there was one detail that raised eyebrows fast. If you lost your job, you had to move out within 30 days. No severance, no relocation help, no debate. If you didn't work for Musk, you couldn't live in his town. So now your boss wasn't just your employer. He was your landlord, your child's school administrator, and the provider of every service you used daily. And that level of control had only been seen once before, in another town built by Musk. If Snailbrook sounds bold, it's not the first time Musk has done this. Over 300 miles south, in a tiny coastal village called Boca Chica, Musk quietly turned a sleepy stretch of land into a launch site and then a private town. Officially, it's called Starbase. What began as a SpaceX facility slowly morphed into something much bigger. Musk's team bought out dozens of properties. Public roads were blocked off, security checkpoints were installed. The area started operating more like a private compound than a public town. And by 2025, Starbase had officially filed to become its own municipality, complete with its own rules, boundaries, and branding. Sound familiar? Just like Snailbrook, Starbase was built next to a major Musk operation. Just like Snailbrook, housing and infrastructure came fast. And just like Snailbrook, it blurred the line between corporation and community. But Starbase showed one more thing. This wasn't a fluke. It was a pattern. And if you connect the dots between both towns, it's clear Musk isn't just building companies anymore. He's building cities. And what that means for the future of everyday people is where things get complicated. On the surface, Snailbrook looks like a futuristic dream. Affordable homes, walkable communities, a built-in school system, and high-paying tech jobs just steps away. But for some, the dream feels a little too perfect. Critics have started calling it a corporate trap, a system where everything you need is controlled by your employer. Your house, your education, your access to groceries, even your sense of safety and stability, all tied to a single job. Lose that job, you lose the town. And it doesn't stop there. Reports have surfaced about environmental violations tied to Musk's nearby facilities. Things like wastewater issues and land erosion have sparked concern among local residents. Some say the town was built too fast. Others say it was designed that way, to avoid traditional oversight. Still, there's no denying the innovation. Musk has built an operating, branded, tech-driven community faster than most developers can file permits. He didn't ask for attention, he just got to work. The result is something we've almost never seen in modern America. A private town, built from scratch, operated by one man's vision, and expanding fast. But that leaves one final question. In just a few years, Elon Musk has done something few thought possible. He didn't just build rockets. He didn't just build cars. He's now building entire communities. From Starbase in the south to Snailbrook in the heart of Texas. Thousands of acres, dozens of homes, a private school, branded streets, and a growing network of employees who don't just work for Musk. They live in a town designed by him. To some, this is the future. Smart, efficient communities built by the world's top innovators. To others, it's a warning sign. A return to company towns, where freedom and stability hang on a single paycheck. So, is this the next wave of innovation? Or are we seeing the early blueprints of a corporate-controlled society? Either way, one thing's clear. Elon Musk isn't just shaping the future of tech. He might be shaping the way people live.